We in this. Everybody here?
Boom. The Adam22 Show has returned.
Ooh.
That's what this is. I decided, I want to bring it back. And okay, let me tell you before we even get into anything, what I fucked up with doing the Adam22 Show before is because I started to like realize that if I got different girls to come on, that I'd get more views. And then that just corrupted the whole thing, because really, if I'm going to do a consistent podcast, it needs to just be me and the homies kicking it. It could be a rotating cast of homies and shit, but it needs to just be the boys talking shit, going in.
I agree.
That's how I feel about it. Anyway, so we have a couple of new faces to introduce right away today. The first, let's first introduce Chris Long.
Hi, I'm Chris Long.
Chris Long. You haven't seen him.
Such vlogs as.
Yeah, he makes a lot of the vlogs. He has a blunt in front of him right now that's the size of a fucking human wiener.
Juice WRLD's best friend.
Juice WRLD's good friend.
Going on tour with him. I'm leaving tomorrow morning.
You are? For how long?
Probably just a couple days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. Are you going to sleep in the same bed as him?
Most likely, yeah.
Really? You, him, and Allie.
Me and Allie. I'll just be in the middle.
Yeah, just all cuddled up. I love that. Okay, we could talk more about Juice WRLD later. But okay, so this Caucasian, Mexican.
Mexican. 100%.
100% Mexican.
Yeah.
I said white. He said Mexican.
Yeah, we all kind of like assumed that you were white at a certain point, but
You look and act like a white person.
yeah. How is that? You're like the OGZ of the crew.
Right?
Yo, you can say the N-word.
Nah.
Theoretically,
I don't know about that.
you never did?
No.
Never. Growing up, it never really seemed like the thing to do?
I mean,
I feel like
I've
every
probably
Mexican
said
in LA
it.
does.
I've probably said it before, but not like.
Not with any seriousness?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And so how do you know me? How do you know us?
First met Alfredo through riding BMX bikes. Mm-hmm. Then started working at the shop, and then kind of right before we moved to Melrose, and now we're here.
Okay, and you're from where?
Lawndale, California.
Lawndale. Okay, so if anybody's wondering where this person was bred from, and so when exactly did people start calling you Dikolas?
In high school, I lost a bet.
Really? Oh, so we didn't start this.
No.
Oh, okay.
I thought we started. Honestly,
Yeah. Your Honor, this is an explanation. Okay, we did not start this.
Yeah,
All right.
So in high school, I lost a bet.
What was the bet?
I don't even remember what it was, but I had to change my Instagram for a week to Dikolas. And then I changed it back to what it was before, and then everyone just kept calling me Dikolas, so I was like, oh, I might as well go with it.
I like that.
Wow, that is so funny. I never would have thought that. Okay, but so wait, for the record, do you have a dick?
Yes.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. All right, and so then we got to introduce our friend here,
Austin,
our new friend who's actually our security guard. Mm-hmm. Security guard.
It's our
Muscle. So where exactly are you from?
I'm from Long Beach.
Long Beach. Okay, and what was your upbringing like in Long Beach? I actually am asking you this like for the first time because I actually don't know these things about you, so this is interesting.
It's a genuine interview.
It's a little mixed because like half my life I grew up in like Lakewood, Cerritos, where my grandparents stayed.
Okay.
And then my mom moved to Long Beach when I was like 12.
Where in Long Beach?
On 23rd and Earl.
So was it hood or
east side.
was it nice?
Yeah, no, it's hood.
Really?
Like, you know all the rappers talk about 21st and Locust?
Okay.
That's a street up from me.
All right.
Like a street up and one street over.
So it was going down.
Yeah.
Were you getting it in?
Not like crazy. But
You stayed out of trouble for the most
Yeah,
part?
'cause I played football, so it was like.
Oh, really?
Like the high school I went to Poly, so like it's like a big like sports school.
Poly with all the fucking yellow benches everywhere. We used to go ride BMX all the time.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But I played football there, and then it was just there was dudes that played on the team that banged, but it was like it wasn't really nothing crazy because it was football.
You were nice as hell at football?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you do it in college too, or?
I ended up breaking my leg.
Really?
Yeah.
In high school?
No, in college.
Holy shit! Like first year?
Yeah.
Like really bad?
Yeah, like 8 months, like can't walk.
Oh.
Like crutches for 8 months.
What happened? You just got fucking pile drived
Well, I
on?
played offensive line, so I was playing tackle. I don't know if you guys know or anything. And I was blocking, and the dude running back got tackled, but the dude came from behind him and like rolled over him and like into the back of my leg, so it like caught me like that underneath, and it was like I tried to like get up, and my leg kind of like flopped over.
So that was the end of your football dreams?
Yeah, I mean, it was just like a crazy time. Like 8 months, you can't do nothing. Like I went a week walking on like basically a broken leg because I didn't know it was broken.
Oh shit!
Like I just thought it was torn ligaments, but like I had like a
You were walking on it?
yeah.
I'm
Like,
picturing it being like a
around,
fucking compound fracture.
Like I was walking like from my room to the bathroom and stuff like that. Like, but it would hurt like at the top of my calf, not at my ankle. And then they ended up telling me it was like a high ankle sprain, and then like there's like some shock came through the bone.
Right.
So like there's like this like jagged like line going through my. Oof. So I had to get screws in my ankle.
So, did you just leave college because the football thing was over?
No, it wasn't over. Like I still could have did it, but then it was just like trying to like rehab, and then like, you know, just not being mentally being in that sport for a long time. You kind of just like lose it, and it's like it wasn't like I was out here rich. Like my mom and my sister, we lived in an apartment. Like it's not like we could use any just dead weight around, you know. Like I still gotta drive a car, gotta get gas from somewhere. Like mom gotta pay bills and all that. So I started working.
You've been doing security ever since then?
Yeah, I've been doing security since 2012.
Oh shit! Okay. Mostly around here on Fairfax and shit.
No, like I started out. I was doing. I was working with this company. We used to work at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. And like when the Middle Easterns would come out here for like the summer, because it'd be super hot over there, they would need people to work at the hotels. So like, you know, make sure like certain people can't go up and down the hotels, and they would throw like special events like bar mitzvahs, all kind of stuff. We would do security for it. And then like I stopped doing that. Well, I stopped working with that company, and then I went to the company that we work with now. And then I like started bodyguarding after that too.
Who's been the most fun? Like what, security or bodyguarding and shit? Who's been like the most fun or the most exciting person that you've had to work with?
Probably Rich.
Rich the Kid? Yeah. Really?
Yeah, because he's young. Like
he was just wilding out.
You know, other people that I've worked with, like they're all mostly chill. Like, or they're like, you know, and they're like 35 and up.
Right.
You know, like it's just one of those things that, you know, like wants to go and do other stuff. Like I've done stuff like I've done like house parties and all that stuff. Like, you know, like Tory Lanez, all them kind of dudes. Like,
but is it weird, like, to be the security in that situation, or is it still kind of tight, or is it kind of weird because it's like they're all wilding out, doing drugs, fucking girls and stuff, and you're supposed to like keep it together?
Like it kind of sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's not. Like sometimes it's like it's chill because it's like, you know, you do what they do, you kick it with them when they want to kick it, you know.
Right.
But it's like other than that, like, you know, you can't drink or whatever. Like somebody say like you can take a drink, but you can take a drink but don't get drunk. You can smoke but don't get faded.
Right.
You know, like. You still got to be able to do what you got to do.
Yeah, you're still on the job.
You know? So that's the one thing where it's like that part of the job makes it like real. You got to know the line. You know, you got to know when we still got shit to do. I can't be 10 o'clock in the morning smoking a wood with this dude.
Did it ever get real with Rich? Like you ever have it? Because he's had a bunch of crazy situations. Were you ever around for anything?
I didn't start dealing with him till after that.
Oh, okay.
And like my homie hooked me up with that. So like, he would just be like, "Yo, like we need people.
Right.
We need somebody here. We need somebody here." Like first time I worked with him was recently at the Meek Mill show.
Oh, okay.
That was when I first started with him.
Nice.
And it was just like the homie always needed somebody. Then it was just like you start getting cool with him. Then it'd be just me and him. You know, we might just be going around the city doing whatever.
You ever have to fuck somebody up in this line of work?
Not really, because like a lot of people already know. Like, you know, you see a dude walking with a big dude behind him in all black. You kind of already know what it is, and you know what I'm allowed to do in my job if you try to do something. You know, like a lot of people are like, I don't even want to fuck with you because you look like you can fuck me up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, like they make it easier on me because you're already intimidated.
What is the craziest thing that you had to do or been through with someone?
Like I've been around like a couple of people like where there's been like shootings or anything like and stuff like that, but like not to the point where it was like in a close.
It was just like it was around, but
it was around, but it was still like when you hear shit like that going on, you can't just be like, oh, let's go see what's going on.
Yeah, right.
You know, you gotta react and you gotta be able to get yourself and your people out of that situation. Yeah. So it's different in that aspect. Like you can't really, you can't be the looky-loo.
Yeah.
Like you might be performing and I'm looking everywhere pretty much besides you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I know where you are and I'm reading everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I know exactly how it is. I feel like no matter who I'm with, Adam or with Juice or whatever, it's like, Juice has a security guard now. For a while he didn't. But it's like, I always feel like I become the security guard when I'm with people. Just because I'm always paying attention to, like, I'm super observant of what else is going on around me. And then, obviously, I mean, I feel like out of most of the people, I know I'm going to do something if something pops off. You know what I mean? Like, I will fight if I have to fight. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so, I get you. Like, it's one of them things, like, where, like, for me, it was like I had that natural gift of being, like, a protector.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, like, I played football, like, protect the quarterback, It was like with my family, protect my mom, my sister.
Kind of just transformed
into it. It was like, let me take what I do naturally and turn it into something that I could really
You just know how to react in those situations. I'm the same way. It's just, especially in, like, panic situations. You know how to keep a cool in those situations and like do the right thing and like figure it out.
I grew up in the hood.
Exactly.
It's it's things that you do that you got to go through in the hood. Just being a kid in the hood, everybody got to go through their own.
But what's funny is like when we were talking about getting a security guard, one of the conversations we were having is like, should we get a fucking grown ass like Russian dude who is totally removed from the type of people that are going to be coming in and shit, or should we get somebody who's more like from here, who kind of understands the hood politics and is maybe able to like have a conversation with somebody and knows, how to like talk to somebody without making them feel totally disrespected? Like, what's your perspective on that?
I definitely think it's like that. Look like for me, it's like. Even in like going into like bodyguard stuff, like you see like you go look at a job for that on like whatever website you want to go to, and it's like, oh, you got to be like police, all that. Like I don't got all that. I'm not been in the police, but I've been with people, and I know how to do what I do to a point where you necessarily being a police officer or ex-military doesn't really necessarily give you an edge. Like you have an edge in that element. Like you in the streets or you in some other country, but you're not on my side of the street, Like it's different being the one that got to go through all the different things in the hood, not the person that's trying to find out what's going on in these areas,
right.
So it's like, even with like people, we used to work like Supreme, we do Bape. So it's like, we are around all these people. You see me standing outside, it's people coming up to me saying, what's up?
Yeah.
Like I used to wear this blue Supreme hat with the orange heart and the S in it. And I used to be known as the dude with the blue Supreme hat.
It didn't get like stinky and shit wearing it that long?
Not like every day, but like I wore it a lot. You know? Like I wore it a lot to where it was like people noticed me. Like somebody when I was working at Bape, somebody took a picture of me.
You've been rocking that for
a minute. A
year. I lost mine.
June 7th. It's in your office.
Wow, kids see ghosts. Okay.
Yeah, June 7th, and it's the second. So like a few more
days.
Sometimes
you just get a hat, and sometimes it just like it fits your head nice, and you just want to wear it all the time. It's like you like the look, you like however it is, but like
I just shaved my head again, so I'm fucking out here chilling. Like I don't have to fucking worry about having this big blob of fucking hair on my head and shit. It's such a relief to have no fucking hair. Yeah. But I am thinking about growing it back still. Yeah.
I know. I was surprised that you just grew it back and then just
shaved it one day.
It was so spur of the moment. I was like, I gotta just fucking get rid of the shit on my fucking dome right now.
Fuck it. I feel the same way sometimes.
Yeah? You got a nice little blob of hair, though. Still, you haven't gone full shaved head.
Yeah, no, I haven't done a shave in a long time, so.
Nicholas removing his hat.
I'm about to say, I've never seen him until he came back over there without a hat.
Oh, yeah,
He always has a hat.
It's because I ride a motorcycle every day, so my hair's all like mushed down from my helmet. You know what I mean? I used to, if I didn't ride a motorcycle, I'd comb my hair like a normal person. But.
Yeah.
I was on this bike tour yesterday, and I'm fucking cranking down the hills, and I got to put my hat backwards so it doesn't fly off. And my girl's just like, God, you look like such a douchebag with the backwards hat. I'm like, man, it feels kind of cool. Like, fucking, I haven't done that in a minute. It was so weird being back on a bike going on the. We did like a 8-hour, or no, it wasn't 8. It was supposed to be a 12-mile bike ride / wine tasting in Santa Barbara that Lena booked. We booked this for her birthday. So this is like, we went up there on Friday night. We had to wake up at 7 in the morning to go to this thing. It's just us and these two 70-year-old people who have been dating since they were like 17.
That's crazy.
Insane. Yeah. They've been together since they were like 17 and they're almost 70. That's fucking nuts. But anyway, we're on this fucking like thing where you just like pedaling around on these fucking hybrid bikes and just fucking going and just drinking wine at all these different places and shit. We got kind of drunk in the middle of the day. Not that, cool. But not like real drunk because we stopped drinking for like an hour.
You were riding a bike too, so you're like,
yeah. And it was so weird to be back in that zone of just fucking pedaling up hills and just cranking my fucking thighs and they're just burning so bad. I fucking miss that feeling. That was like always one of my favorite parts of BMX. It was a weird way because I don't think
sprinting up a hill.
Yeah, I love that. I just love
at the top.
I just love destroying my fucking lungs doing that.
12 miles isn't even that far. So.
No, and you want to know the crazy thing is that. So I'm blasting up these fucking hills. We made it like halfway through, and then the fucking 70-year-old lady tapped out. Yeah, and I didn't want to be the asshole that was like, no, I'm really trying to keep going. I'm like, nah, bitch, let's go. It was so fucked up. Like, I don't know. I wanted to keep going, but I just didn't want to be the one telling the old lady, no, we got to keep going. But yeah, that was fun. Fucking Lena's birthday. I had to do it. I got her a fucking like tampon headband. Also, I just want to say I got that at the drag convention.
Cool. That's kind of cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Headbands made at Tampa. Happy birthday, Lena. I didn't even say happy birthday to her. I forgot to text her.
Wow.
So I should probably do that. I'm a bad friend.
That's harsh. Chris Long.
Harsh. I'm a bad friend. I forgot to do that yesterday.
Chris Long, hurting feelings. You want to know what I did today? I fucking woke up and didn't look at my phone for like 2 hours.
I like doing that.
But do you have the self-control, the willpower to do it?
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah, because then I'll put my phone in my garage on a charger. And then go in the house. And then it's in the garage, and then I'm like, all right, I'm away from it. You know what I mean? So
that's an interesting idea.
Nah, that's the first thing when I wake up.
Yeah, me too, but that's what I think.
Oh, no, when I wake up, I have it. But like when I want to get away from my phone, like I sleep with my phone with me, but like when I wake up and I just want to get away from it for a little while, just like, or whatever, if I'm just at home.
Do you sleep with that thing with you?
Yeah.
Do you really? Right next to you?
Right next to me. Yeah.
Where is it? Under the pillow?
I got a little safe right next to my bed.
You gotta put in the combination before you get the gun.
Touch it.
I mean,
it's like a finger safe.
Yeah.
But you're scared that the kid could touch it.
Yeah, or anybody. I just don't want anybody touching my gun. You know what I mean? But I have other ones stashed around the house. So it's like I have one in the case right next to my bed, but then it's like
18
a box
guns?
of rags in my garage. Going through all of a sudden, I'll pull a gun out of it and fucking.
You gotta have one that ain't in nothing, so you can get to it quick.
Yeah.
You can't gotta.
Well, I just got a different place. Just in case I have to like. You know,
but when you got a kid around, it's all of a sudden becomes weird, right? Because I could have a gun sitting on the table in my house for fucking 2 years. I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be a problem. Lena's not gonna touch it. Just scares shitless.
You can't have it out anywhere.
Yeah.
You just gotta be. It's gotta have. That's why you gotta have to locked up somewhere.
Yeah, you can put. I mean, you can still like you gotta put it in a cut somewhere.
Yeah.
But somewhere where if something happened, you ain't trying to go unlock shit to go get a gun. Like you gotta have a gun that's ready.
Right. So it's just a safe that. Is it like
you
fingerprint?
can touch it. Yeah, use a fingerprint safe.
There's
another one. You just like 4 little buttons. You can just hit real quick. Like
it's like combinations. Like
and it just pops right open. That's sick. Opens right up.
What if the kid learns it? One day you come home and shoots you dead.
You just got some badass kids.
He deserves it. He deserves that W.
I posted a picture of my nephews on Instagram, and Key Glock responded and said, they look bad as hell. And I'm just like, man, it's so weird to picture Key Glock thinking that about my nerdy ass white little fucking nephews because
they don't know Josh is their dad.
Yeah, realistically, like imagine what I don't know if Key Glock has kids, but if he does, I guarantee they're bad as hell in comparison to them.
G Money has a son, and
really,
he's always on Instagram and stuff like that. He had him in the studio the other day, like recording. He's like little, like 6 or 7 and stuff like that.
And he was recording?
And he was out there like just rapping his little wife beater and stuff like that. It was so cute.
What was he rapping about?
I couldn't really even tell, but
It was that jumbled up.
yeah, I couldn't really hear it that well, but
Wow.
it was just funny.
That's fascinating. Crisscross applesauce. Oh my God. Yeah, I got called out on Twitter.
You missed this whole conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know what that is?
It's from American Dad.
American Dad.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's
Enlighten us.
it's a joke from American Dad
Chris
too.
is always saying shit that nobody else realizes.
Yeah.
Really?
Like today, he talked about fucking In-N-Out not being on Postmates or anything like that.
That is a good point.
It's not on Postmates.
It's not, is it?
He's shocking the world every day.
He knows
I know
things.
everything. I know what food's
He
on
sat there
Postmates.
confidently, was like, it's not on there, and looked it up just to prove his point.
He's Peter Dinklage. I smoke weed and I know things. Has everyone here watched Game of Thrones?
Yes.
No, absolutely.
You haven't.
Not an episode.
You have neither?
No.
You know what I have seen?
The two minorities
the
haven't.
commercials on the games. They got Game of Thrones commercials like on the games when you play like your apps and stuff.
Right.
Oh, that's all I be seeing. It's just like Game of Thrones this, like
But to you, does Game of Thrones just seem like the whitest shit on earth? That like, why the fuck would I ever want to deal with that?
in a way, yes. But at the same time, no, because like I was never into that. Like I wasn't into superheroes. Like when I was a kid, it was sports. Like I was always out. I was basketball, baseball, football, basketball, baseball, like year round. It wasn't like I was. So all of the games I have when I was playing on the video game or whatever, it would be like
Sports games.
you know, or I'm watching ESPN. I'm watching games.
Right.
You know, like I was that involved in it to where I'm not like, let me go watch.
Right.
You know, I haven't seen any. I've seen half of one Star Wars.
Same. I've seen half of one Star Wars.
Like, and I was like,
Maybe half.
I was like 10 when my friend tried to show it to me. I'm like,
Aren't they
I'm
like
not
3
into it.
hours too?
Are you
Like,
still
not
like that, where you like don't really give a fuck about anything besides sports in terms of like what you watch and shit?
Yeah, kind of. Like it's just one of it's like that hobby that you have that you can't get rid of. Like I have to watch sports no matter what.
I'm jealous because I feel like it's just such like a bonding, like cool thing now. Like when I was young, I rode BMX. I thought skating was cool. I was into hardcore and rap. But I always like just looked at sports as like, nah, fuck that shit. And it really is kind of fucked up too, because my dad is the biggest sports fanatic you'll ever meet in your life. Like he knows so much about college basketball, even being old as hell. Like he has followed the careers of so many dudes like who became like giant stars all the way from college. Like it's pretty crazy how into that shit he is. Honestly, it's kind of like he's lost interest by the time they're in the NBA. But he knows a shitload about baseball and shit too. So like it probably would have made him really happy if I had like been a sports fan, but somehow I just avoided it. I really
Still get into sports.
I'm gonna commit myself. I'm gonna fucking next NBA season. I'm gonna actually like really get into it and force myself into it. I'm trying to like take on a bunch of new interests right now because I was fucking like I really want to get back into jujitsu. So I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Adam was the number 3 best
I hate
jujitsuist
you
in
guys.
Long Beach, 2011, 2012.
They always would say this just to piss me off. Always.
So why you never played any sports?
Nah.
As a
Well,
kid?
I did. I played baseball and basketball, and yeah, that's it. But like, this is my theory, just for the new audience out here. My theory is that I needed glasses my whole life, but like I didn't know until I was in like 4th grade, and then I got them. And then, like, even according to my parents, it was kind of like this, like, revelatory moment of, like, oh, that's why you suck at sports. Because they always, yeah, even as a kid, it was always, like, a joke with, like, they would try to not make fun of me, but at the same time, I could tell that they just had absolutely no respect for me as a sportsman.
Damn, that's crazy.
So then I got glasses, but I felt like already kind of, that was like my hand-eye coordination was not like developed in the same way that it might have been otherwise. Now, this is all kind of a long-form excuse for me being like not good at sports, but that is my theory about why. Because I was like playing, like it would make sense if I had like gotten really into sports because my parents were pushing me so hard to be into it.
My parents pushed me, and that kind of like made me turned
want
off
to,
by it.
yeah.
Yeah. But I played football until high school. Once I was in high school, that's when like BMX really started to take over, and I was like, fuck football, and all
Yeah,
these
same.
fucking douchebags, and I want to go hang out with my friends and run
It is.
around
It's
bikes
weird.
all night.
Like people don't understand that I just had such a different like set of influences growing up. Like people don't understand how I never drank a beer until I was like 21. But it's like, dude, I was into like BMX and fucking hardcore music, and I was really into rap and shit. But that was never like my influence, like lifestyle wise. Like I liked rap music, but I wasn't like listening to Jay-Z like talk about what he was doing and thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be able to go do that. It was like a complete like fantasy world, like, you know. But whereas like hardcore and everything and like BMX, it was like in BMX it really was not that cool to like go out and get drunk and stuff. Like you were kind of like weird.
There's so many straight edge kids and stuff like that. And I was never straight edge, but I didn't do well. I never really did shit growing up because I was scared to death of my mom. She would have fucking slapped the shit out of me with a fucking belt across the face if she caught me like smoking weed. And everything, so
Yeah.
When did you start getting fucking high?
I mean, I smoked a few times in like high school and shit, but not really until like 18. Yeah.
I kind of always knew you to be like the dude who had weed.
Yeah.
Even like when we were pretty young, we were like 19 or 20, you kind of like always were like rolling blunts and stuff, even when that was
once
like
I could smoke weed and like found out how cool getting high was. Over.
That was just, it was like fucking amazing.
Yeah,
what, like cure for you being like an anxious weird fuck.
Like, anxious I am all the time.
Yeah, you're weird. You're anxious.
Yeah,
People might not know that about Chris Long. He's kind of like he's sort of like high strung, and
Yeah.
in a weird way though, because a lot of times you don't seem that way. But I know it's
always high.
I know it's always going on in your brain. But yeah, also you're always high.
Yeah, the weed helps calm that down.
It does.
Yeah.
So you're a person that really feels like it's like fixed something in your personality. It's like medicine.
Fix me? No, maybe.
It helps you
Band-Aid
deal.
it? Yes. You know what I mean? Like, instead of being freaking out all the time, getting mad at everything, you just smoke weed and kind of don't care about as much shit.
Ease
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, you just kind of like,
Like my girl loves me smoking weed, even though she doesn't smoke weed, because she says that I just get so much like softer and nicer and more empathetic, more laid back. Whereas I'm like hella critical and shit if I'm not smoking weed, which is, it's weird because that's definitely like my personality. I've always just been kind of like critical and like sarcastic, like rude, expect everybody to fucking just be just as like thick-skinned as I am. Like even like if I'm dating a girl, like that's just always been my personality, like super aggressive, will make fun of you super fucking bad for something, like, but to me, like, you're still my friend. I'm just fucking giving you a hard time about something. My girl does not understand that at all. Yeah. But like weed, to me, definitely makes me like way more chilled out. Like I don't feel the need to like have a fucking confrontational ass attitude about everything.
You don't want to be confrontational. Like, I'll be mad about something, or say something, or say you're yelling at me for something, or in a chat or something like that for something stupid, and maybe I don't think it's my fault or whatever. Fuck you, I'm getting all mad about it. I'm like, I'm gonna say this and this, and I'll just go smoke a blunt, and then I won't even say anything. I'll just be like, okay.
Just bury it deep down inside and just store that rage up. Yeah.
When you really get pissed off at people, you really go in.
Oh, you haven't even seen Chris Long mad.
I haven't seen him. He's always like this when I see him. Like, I've never seen him like.
But he always will bust out a story about like fucking stabbing somebody's tires on the highway because they cut him off.
Like he definitely he definitely seems like he just seems like that dude that's just like, you don't fuck with him. You don't cross certain lines with him. And then when you take him to that side, he's doing the craziest shit.
Savage
like,
mode.
He's that
Crazy white
homie,
person
like,
shit.
He's that homie that you call like, hey, look, we gotta go do this and that. And he's like,
let's go. 100%. Let's go.
You can tell that. Like,
Chris is very
He's excited. He wants beef.
Mm-hmm.
He runs to it often.
Chris
Often
told
with
me
a camera.
Chris told me he used to be driving and then pull over to the side of the road just to fight people. Remember that?
Do you consider that true? Is that accurate?
What was the story I told the other day?
I don't think I've
Yeah.
never done that.
Driving and then
Because he yelled something. This was in Boston. Yeah. Because he yelled something to me, and I heard him, so I pulled over and I fought him on the side of the road.
Fought him. Just fight a motherfucker on the side
What
of
the fuck you just say, bro? Hands
But
up,
dude,
ready to
Lavelle
go.
did that the other day. This is the craziest
Lavelle
thing.
did too, and he posted on his story.
Lavelle, no, he posted on his feed. Fucking,
whatever.
he posted this video. I wish we could show it on right now, but everybody go to Vel BMX, VELL BMX, and watch this video. I don't know exactly what was said. We got to get him on here to talk about it. But basically, Vel is driving on the highway. For those who don't know Vel, big fat black dude, and he's wearing a fucking blue do-rag at this moment. And a big fucking white guy with hella muscles, like a dude who looks to me like definitely on steroids, definitely works out a lot. somehow they start arguing between their cars. I don't know exactly what the cars were, or like if they were on the highway or if they were on a side street or whatever.
They were somewhere in Long Beach, I think.
Yeah.
Right, but
I think they were just driving.
they pull over and just run the fade, just on the street, just fucking beat the shit out of each other. And Lavelle admitted that he got knocked down, and I wouldn't say Lavelle like fully got his ass beat, but he definitely like didn't exactly win the fight.
Yeah. I think that fight kind of teetered off pretty even from what it looked like and what he said. But he's like, he called me right away. He's like, yo, I just got taken down by a punch for the first time ever. Like, because he's always talking about how he's knocking dudes out.
He has knocked out a shitload of people, even like around me. Yeah. He's not fucking scared. And
like,
I've seen him knock out.
He's like days after, he's like, dude, my jaw hurts. Like, a couple days like, it hurts to eat. I've never had this before. Like, that dude hit so hard. He was like stunned by it.
And I think he's like realizing, like, oh, just because I'm a big fucking strong motherfucker doesn't mean that I necessarily know how to fight somebody that has like trained to fight. Because now he's acting like he wants to start taking MMA classes and shit, which I kind of understand, because every time I ever got beat up in my whole life, I definitely was trying to take some MMA classes or some shit, or at least thinking about it the next day.
Yeah,
That's
like,
just me.
Boxing classes.
I'm getting a boxing class tomorrow. Fuck this shit. I'm getting brolic. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, my overall opinion of that fucking video, though, is just that they're both insane. If you start arguing with somebody in your car, because from both sides, like, he's arguing with a big fucking black dude in a blue do-rag. You don't think, like, what is the odds that this dude has a gun? It's LA. The odds of him having a gun are extremely high.
Exactly. And for that dude to be okay to pull over, and be like, yeah, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
For Vel, I'd be like, damn, what am I doing right now? Because
Exactly.
I'm like, why is this dude okay with this right now? You know
And this guy is huge. He looks like he's on steroids. The odds of him having a gun are also very high.
Yeah.
Fucking, they're both insane. Like, who does this in 2019? It's just like the craziest thing I can imagine.
Recently?
Yeah, it was like a week ago.
Yeah, last week.
And he put it on his Instagram 5 minutes later. And the fact that you are ready to throw down, and you tell your friend or girlfriend or whoever the fuck he was with, yo, film this. It's just unbelievable. Okay, we're going to get Austin's live reaction to this. Everybody go watch this at VELLBMX.
This is a live reaction. I'm like watching the fight right now. Just in the middle of the road in like some side street in Long Beach.
This is Long Beach?
Yeah, man.
This is like downtown?
It's probably down by like Bixby or like
Lavelle's a Long Beach legend.
near the beach. Yeah.
Just running around catching fades. This is the
I mean,
kind
he
of...
don't look like... I wouldn't think this dude have a gun on him.
Who, Lavelle?
Yeah. I wouldn't think. This is what he looked like. He got a blue do-rag on.
Blue do-rag.
It's also like the first time he's wearing a do-rag. Like,
I never see him in the do-rag, right?
Like, I don't know. He like the way he wearing his do-rag. Like, I don't know. I feel some kind of way about it.
Lavelle, your do-rag swag is lacking.
didn't you just wear a do-rag for the first time?
Yeah.
People always feel the need to come up to me and be like, yo, put this do-rag on. I've done it a couple of times. I put it on for a Tanner Fox music video at one point. I rocked a do-rag with clout goggles for that. And then, of course, people took the screenshot and fucking... A ginger? Yeah, he might be a
like,
ginger.
yeah.
He looks like he's a ginger.
That's the insanity
huge,
of this
though.
situation. Is Lavelle ran the fade with a ginger, a juiced up ginger.
Yeah. I mean, but
Definitely juice.
sometimes you got it. Sometimes you just got thrown.
I guess, but man, I would be
Like,
avoiding that situation
this
at
ginger
all.
Dude ain't really fought nobody before.
You don't think?
You could You can just the way he's punching. Like he's like doing.
They
this
both got
type
something
thing.
to prove. The ginger guy is probably literally on steroids and just wants to prove himself.
He looks on steroids because he looks like thick, but he doesn't look like he looks like
doesn't seem
he
super
looks like
agile.
that's he looks
There
like
is a
that's
bunch of
steroid.
older guys who are on
very
steroids in my
Yeah,
gym.
He just looks like he's been.
Yeah.
He's
In my
missing
gym, there's
training
these
weight.
dudes, they're like 60-something years old, and they're on steroids, and it's so weird because they're like hard and like veiny and shit, but they're not that big and they're not that strong. It is such a fucking weird look, bro.
He keeps trying to hit him lefty. That's why he's trying to southpaw him, and it's not working.
Shout out Val.
Shout out,
Yeah,
Vel.
we got to
Shout
step
out to
up the
Vel.
do-rag game though.
Lavelle,
It was cool though. It was silky. The
down to
do-rag
run it. It was silky.
It was silky.
Silky fade.
It was silky, but you gotta.
Dude,
mix it up a little
speaking of Long Beach, this is something that's brewing at least slightly. Is that Stupid Young and China Mac? Like I was talking about Stupid Young in the China Mac interview, and China Mac kind of threw this like weird subtle shade about it, where he was like basically like, Yeah, I feel like I can be bigger than him though. About Stupid Young, like it was kind of obvious just immediately that he like sees Stupid Young as competition for the Asian gangster rapper lane. Because to be real, I mean, China Mac is fucking. His story about shooting this dude in the nightclub is fucking crazy. Like the video that Vlad made about that is wild, bro. He went away.
He seemed like a real serious dude. Like when he came in here, like he came and shook my hand. Was like, look, he gave me a certain look, and I'm like,
he has that
You
look.
can see it. Well, I mean, he
can
went to
see
jail
it,
for
like-
10 years. He
like-
got a certain demeanor, you know.
like he looked like a dude who ain't gonna let you just push him over, but you gonna have to do what you gotta do with him. He ain't gonna back down. He not no bitch.
China Mac is definitely with the shits for sure. He like the story is fucking crazy. He's in the fucking nightclub and he sees like Jin, and then he ends up like getting it in with Jin's friend, and they're like in like the kitchen of the club. Somehow they end up in this altercation, and he pulls out his fucking gun, puts it to the dude's head and squeezes, but the shit jams. So then he starts fucking with it to unjam it and fucking shoots him in the back.
Crazy.
Madness.
Damn.
I mean,
went
what
in for
would've
10
happened if he
years.
Put it to his head and killed him like that.
Exactly.
You
He'd
know,
probably be
like
away for 25 or
execute
some
him for-
shit,
that's
right?
Like straight execution, right?
He might be away for life, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Where he from? New York?
In New York too.
Oh yeah. They putting you underneath.
But I think this was a long time ago because I was talking about that with him, and he was saying the gun laws didn't used to be so crazy. So whatever. But I mean, it still probably wouldn't matter if you fucking execute somebody in a nightclub, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can get time for riding doing like a 4x4 in New York, you gonna get years. Like, what you think with a gun?
But Meek must have had a bunch of priors to lead up to him getting put
but
away
it's
for that,
still,
right?
like, come on now.
No, that
I
is
ain't never
insanity.
seen nobody get time off that. You get a ticket.
But bro, shit. Okay, how about Lil Durk?
Yeah, right. He turned himself in and then just kept him like that.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
that's
bail, right?
crazy.
They denied bail. They're holding on to him, and they're saying that he basically shot at somebody and didn't kill him.
So
I
they
don't know.
try to get him for attempted murder.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he actually killed or if he actually hit the guy or if he shot at him. But either way, they're charging him with attempted murder.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Insane. I wonder what kind of evidence they have.
Yeah, they have to have someone good if they're not letting him go like that.
Yeah.
honestly, because otherwise, because he went in. I mean, when you turn yourself in, you're pretty confident you probably didn't do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least you have a good defense anyway.
I mean, I guess he probably just knew they were going to pick him up anyway. I think that he was telegraphing it on social media, like letting it know that he had charges and that something was about to happen.
Yeah.
So that is fucking crazy, and I don't know. Best wishes to him. I'm good on that, Roach King. Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen with that, but that's a scary one. The other crazy thing that came out today, I think, is that YNW Melly, that the family of the victims came out publicly to the media and said that they hope that Melly gets the death penalty, which is okay. Obviously, if somebody killed your fucking friend or whatever, then you don't give a fuck if they get the death penalty, right? I wouldn't give it two shits. But I mean, just the fact that they publicly to the media are so convinced that he's guilty that they fucking are publicly saying that. I mean, that's just such a serious.
Doesn't he have the name of the mom of the victim tattooed on his neck?
I thought he just had the dudes' names on his face. Sack and Juvie. I don't know if he has the mom's name tattooed.
I think
Melly
that's what I read
does.
today. Yeah.
Really?
Something like that. Yeah.
The Jay Green interview was so weird because I was just asking him about Melly and shit, and like you can tell that he's been properly briefed on what he should and shouldn't say, or at least or perhaps he knows himself. But he's basically like, you know, he doesn't say anything to sort of endorse the idea that Melly is like a nut.
Yeah.
You know, or like that Melly is unstable or anything like that. Like he definitely wasn't really trying to say anything about what Melly was really like at all, because he knows that like anything he says about Melly that like makes him out to be a psycho could totally be used against him, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I met him a bunch of times. He was super nice and chill. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy because we were around those dudes, Sag and Juvie too, like multiple times. Like they were here during Melly's interview
I have
and
a
shit.
clip of me standing on stage with them three.
Yeah.
So I was standing next to him filming them. So
Yeah.
it was just like weird.
You're
Somebody
over
sent
here.
to me after the fact, but they're like, "Look, this is you filming them." It was just like me and those two dudes in the back. I was filming Melly.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, so tell me something about your Rolling Loud experience. What exactly happened with you and Space Ghost Perp? Because I said I don't want to just go and do a fucking random ass interview on the bus. I'm sort of saying this to SGP as well, but I didn't want to just go do a random ass interview on the bus. For me, I want to have a serious, like, sit down, full length Space Ghost Perp interview. That I think is what we should definitely do, and I'm down to do it whenever. But so what was this like for you going on the bus with him?
Oh, so Chapo grabbed me, and then I let you know I was going over there, and that's basically what you said. And you were going to do something else anyway at that time. So I went with him, went on the bus. I mean, it was fine. It was just like anything else. He kind of had like, there was like a weird little vibe kind of in there, like maybe coming off him a little bit. But I mean,
He's a vibey guy.
I don't know him. I've never met him before, so I don't know. You know what I mean?
never met
Like
him either.
how he is, like otherwise.
Regularly.
But you know, other than that, I went in there and I was just filming him. And then he said what he had to say, and then that was it. And he said he wanted to do the full interview, and I said, yeah, Adam's down.
Definitely.
Or whatever I said. I
We
don't
have
remember.
a couple of super chats that people are bugging us to read. Ryan Ross said, I saw you earlier, homie, on Melrose today. Okay, what up, Ryan? And then Ryan also said, LMAO said, what's up to you earlier on Melrose, posted up outside the store. Okay, well, shout out to Ryan for pointing those things out. I didn't know. Well, I guess I know now. I know that you were one of the people who hollered at me outside the store.
What's up, Ryan?
Who bugged me while I was filming my kendama tricks. Leave me alone. No, I'm just kidding. Whenever I get annoyed by taking photos, I always just think about how one day I'm probably not going to have a lot of people asking me for photos, and that I'll probably kind of miss it. And I just try to remind myself, like, you probably... You want to hold on to this.
Take it all in now. You actually took a lot of photos today. You said yes to every single person.
Yeah.
I mean, you rarely say no. Only when we're like kind of doing something. You
There's
know, like,
so many annoying things that people do, like associated with the photo thing. Like, for instance, when they put their arm around your waist, like the baby's, the guy did to the baby.
Touching's weird.
That's a super weird one. Also, just in general, like, you know what I really hate? Cold, clammy hands. A lot of
That's the
that.
worst.
If they're nervous, their hands are like, like all
too.
weird
You
and
see
shaky.
people sitting there looking nervous, like they start shaking.
It's like a
Like, it's
cadaver.
crazy. Like I've seen it before.
Yeah.
But like other types of like people who like celebrities and people like you who have that following, and it's like you see people get nervous, and it's crazy because it's like, damn, like you know, this person really means something to somebody where they feel like they can't even talk to you, you know, like because they have they're nervous.
That's the weird part about it, is that a lot of people are so nervous that you don't really like get to like see the real version of what they're probably like. Like, they're probably cooler than they seem in that moment because they're sort of nervous or whatever. I mean, personally, my favorite thing, I kind of hate it, but it's also kind of my favorite thing, is when you're at like a late night type thing, or like after a rap show or whatever, and people are just coming up to you and they're on Molly or Xans or Coke or whatever, and they are out of their fucking mind, and I'm just like, holy shit, like this is insane. Like, you know, I'm always like, try to be nice about it or whatever, like especially at those fucking festivals in Australia, people's fucking faces just like, yo, a girl came right up to me and was just like, oh my God, like, and just grabbed the back of my head and tried to kiss me, and she was just off hella Molly, and I could tell that she was just like in the moment, and I'm like, oh my God, this is weird, get away from me.
Yeah, I mean, there's fucking. Dude, what about the people like at the festivals too? They're always fucking so shit-faced drunk and so annoying and stuff like that.
It's crazy.
They're the fucking worst. Or people that just like automatically come out here and that's super annoying, is like force you to listen to their music.
Oh yeah, putting the phone to your
Yeah,
ear is
don't
just
do
like
that.
the most brutal,
And then
torturous
they're like,
one.
They'll come out here and be like, "Is Adam here? I flew out here from here
Just to meet him.
just to meet him and
Where's
show him my
Adam?"
song." I'm like, if you want him to hear your song, donate on the stream. That's when he'll listen to it. And then just they're like so bummed out. Like I said, I'm
That's
like,
what I had to start saying.
I'm
Because
like,
people ask me,
yeah, like, you just go donate
I'm
on
like,
stream. That's
is
only
Adam
that's
here?
like
No.
that's when he takes time out to listen to music from everybody. So other than that, I'm like, you might be able to catch him out here, but he's not gonna listen to your music, bro.
Well, you know what? I was having this conversation with Hakeem the other day where basically he was about to hook up with a girl, and she straight up said, like, I'm not fucking you unless you give me $200. And Hakeem realistically probably does not have $200, so he of course had to say no. And we were just talking about that, and I'm like, honestly, I kind of respect her doing that, because that's kind of like when people come up to me and want me to listen to their song. It's like, listen, I don't really want to listen to a random ass song, but I'll do it for $100. She doesn't really want to fuck your random ass fucking penis, but she'll do it for $200. It kind of, I respect that kind of, because it's kind of like she could just say no.
Yeah.
Or she could charge a rate that she thinks is fair for how grossed out she's going to be while fucking you, or even just her time and her, do you guys respect prostitutes? I guess is what I'm asking.
Yeah, but she should have been more upfront about it than hanging out with him. And then
Okay.
Because he would have not wasted his time hanging out with her, because he knows he doesn't have $200 fucking.
Do you think they have to disclose their prostituting
Up front.
in advance?
Yeah, don't be hanging out with some dude all day and then be like, oh.
I know.
Yeah.
By the way, it's $200.
But I'm gonna be real with you, like
$200.
You just wasted.
right, because $200 is not $1,000. It's way
I
more
would've been like,
manageable.
you just wasted my time. You'll need $200 fucking bucks for fucking hanging out with you this long.
A lot of times, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been single in a while, but like when you're hanging out with some random girl, that is kind of how it feels. Is like she's just letting you fuck because she kind of like feels like you earned it because you like took her to a water park
Or to dinner.
Yeah.
or to dinner or to a movie
Yeah.
or whatever. She's like, like, haven't you had that vibe from a girl where it's kind of like she doesn't really want to fuck you, but she's gonna just sort of let you get one off because you just did something nice.
Spend $150 on dinner.
It's like, she probably knows your dick sucks, that you're just terrible in bed, so she just knows that she's not going to enjoy it, and she'll just sort of let you run one real quick, I don't know. I've definitely caught that vibe before. But yeah, wait. So, okay, yeah, Hakeem getting proposed to for prostitution. We got to get his fucking opinion on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Austin, you ever paid for sex?
No. No.
You don't think you would admit it right now if you had?
No, not even, because like it's everybody has their fair share of people. It's a whole lot of people in this fucking world.
Yeah.
You might not want to, but the next person do.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't look down on dudes who do it. I mean, to me, I don't know. It's like the thing that is weird about it to me is kind of just the fact that I can't like imagine myself fucking like a full-time prostitute, because that just seems kind of icky. Like if it's a girl that's like escorting on the side and it's not necessarily like her full-time thing, that's because I mean, hey, me and Lena have fucked all kinds of porn star girls that basically are just escorting like nonstop. And like, sometimes they don't talk about it at all, but you just know that they are. And sometimes they're just airing the shit out, just talking about it like it's nothing. It's fucking crazy, because to me, it seems wild to me, but like to them, this is regular shit.
It's regular for you.
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't done it. So what's up with you? What's in your soda here?
Oh, it's
Apple juice.
Lime Crush.
Lime Crush, right. Anyway, I'm reading the chat now. Is Hakeem poor? I wouldn't say poor, but I mean, probably someone. Yeah, Snapchat is down right now.
What?
Snapchat is down and YouTube was down too.
YouTube was down for a while, no longer. But dude, I was looking at my Snapchat because I posted a couple of things today. They have 4 views each.
You're popping.
Check my Snapchat.
No views. Like the shit is just not working. It's crazy. I don't know. I haven't like tried to like view other people's stories or anything like that. Someone said Yuri is doing a great job with what?
Cam
What does
C.
that refer to?
Can't see you're banned.
Cam C, yeah, banned. Saying positive things about Yuri? No. Austin, we all thought you were a blood when you first started working here because you had a Red Sox hat on.
No, I'm actually a Boston Red Sox fan.
See, that just seems so much less likely than that being some kind of gang thing,
But it's crazy because, like, in Long Beach, like, you could wear that hat and that'll be like you from Babies, like insane.
Right.
Like they wear that hat, they wear it. So it's like in Long Beach, technically somebody might think like something, but it's like I'm really a Red Sox fan. Like
Yeah.
my dad's side of the family, they're from Boston.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but me and Chris are kind of from Boston.
I knew we talked about it.
Nashua, New Hampshire.
I didn't know he was from.
And Chris is from like fucking 15 minutes outside of the city. Like fucking, we were up in there. someone said I watched your live poker tournament a few months ago and you were fire. You know what I'm bummed about is that I was gonna actually enter the main event, but it's right in the middle of us going to London, so I can't do it, and I'm fucking sad about it.
Wait, what happened?
The main event
Yeah.
in
I wasn't listening. I was so reading the chat, not listening. And I just heard you say London, and I was like, what?
No, but I was gonna enter the main event. I was gonna put up the 10 grand. Actually, Lena wanted to split it. She's like, I'm gonna invest in your poker. She was gonna put up half of it, and I was like, all right, cool, this will be super fun. I was all hyped, but then I'm looking at the schedule, and it's like that shit goes for like 2 weeks if you fucking win.
Well,
like if
stay
you're
there and
killing
keep
it. So I basically would have to like, obviously, and that's what fucking sucked about it, is that obviously if I enter, the chances of me even making it through the first couple days are relatively low.
Yeah.
But still, it's like I don't want to fucking go and spend 10 grand if I'm literally gonna have to leave because I'm fucking going to London to do all this other shit.
Yeah.
Are you nice at poker though?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Oh, okay.
Good, yeah.
I've never played. I don't know how to play.
I fucking played online
It's too complicated.
10 hours a day for like 3 years. So I got some, and I just have like watched so much of like people playing online, like videos and stuff like that. I read hella books back then, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how good I think I am, but I definitely am better than like most people, I guess I would say, who aren't like extremely experienced. But all right, listen to this. In my last 107 games of Tetris, I won 25. So that's almost 25%.
24 point something.
Of.
Ooh.
Thank you, Dick. That's almost like I'm almost like a quarter of my games won. So I'm feeling really good about that, and I'm wondering how I can get it higher. The highest I've seen is Wumbo, who has 93% wins.
Damn.
Insane, 93.
That's.
I'm really talking to you guys about Tetris right now.
Yeah, I know, but I watch you play it though, so.
Tetris is not my game.
I've
Like a
got-
battle
No, it's not my
royale, right?
game, but I watch you play it, and you're really good at it.
Tetris is not my game. I really want everybody to go subscribe to my gaming channel.
You know how to use a Rubik's Cube too?
You know, I was thinking about learning. I don't know anything about it right now. I know Logic can do it while freestyling.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Damn.
That video was crazy.
Remember that? That was viral as fuck at the time.
That shit is hard.
I mean, you see, like, there's these like little fucking Chinese kids that can do it in like 4 seconds. Like that's like the record. It's like
feel like-
4 seconds. Like what the fuck?
I think it's like a rhythm, like one, it's like up, down, down, or
I don't know. There's
It's
all,
definitely a science too.
Right?
like-
it's
like,
all kinds of
'cause
patterns and shit
they
that
just-
yeah.
that they've memorized.
You can get one side and then all the rest of the sides be.
yeah, I
fucked
can do
up.
one side.
Yeah, I mean, I've done one side before
I
too.
just be
It's,
like, all right, yeah,
it's tough.
I'm done. After this one, I'm done. I can't.
Dude.
I did one.
Yeah, I've
face.
never done one, so.
I've never done it, but I'm kind of thinking about getting into it because I want to get into jujitsu, and I also want to get into archery. I want to fucking
Archery?
Because Lena's been doing it, and now I'm
Has
fucking
she?
pissed off because she's been fucking going to this old dude in Redondo Beach and shooting fucking arrows for like an hour and a half.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty into it.
I'm kind of into that too.
I haven't done it yet, but I want to do it.
That's cool.
Also, once I get this house, I'm planning on getting a pool table, and I plan on really fucking learning how to play pool really
Pool's
good
fun.
because I love pool, and I just really want to get better at it.
I
What?
suck at pool.
Yo, I mean, one time we went out with these fucking girls, and Chris Long played pool against these girls, and it was like
I
he
didn't
had
want to play with them, and they just insisted on playing, and I was just so mad about
punk
it.
rocker chicks that you met on fucking plentyoffish.com. I'm just
that
gonna
what it was?
expose you. Yeah, I think that's where you found them.
Yeah, something like that. I thought it was Tinder.
Tinder, something like that.
That was one of those fucking.
You still on Tinder?
No.
No. Tinder, bro. I feel like I've missed out on so much of the modern like dating world because I have never used like all these like modern dating things. I use Tinder, but it's been like 3 years. I never got on Raya. There's all these new ones I've like heard people talking about and shit that I haven't experienced.
I have heard about all this new stuff too, but the last one I was on was Tinder.
Fucking weird, bro. I wonder if Tinder's super lit
There's
still.
one where like the girl picks the guy now.
That's Bumble.
Bumble.
I was on Bumble as well, I'm gonna admit.
I don't think girls really would be doing it like that. Like,
Girls are on there, man.
I don't know. Like, girls, some girls be acting too shy to even say. There's some girls that come up to you and say what they gotta
bold.
say, you know.
Yeah.
But most girls expect you to go to them.
Right.
You know, so it'd probably be kind of weird for them to have to, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, if they have to come to you, then you kind of know that they're like more serious about
It's
like
easier
hanging
for
out.
us,
Yeah, it's way easier. But I mean, at the same time, like a lot of dudes that I talk to when they would go on fucking Bumble would basically like just strike out because realistically, girls were not hitting them up, and it's not like Tinder where you can extend your message to them. God, I wonder what it would happen if I logged into my Tinder and just looked at like 3 years of messages.
That could be a video.
Yeah, man, that would be lit. Fuck. All right, I'm high as shit now. I'm just gonna be realistic. All right, this is the end of this. I'm gonna go back to like listen to this music, and then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. What time is it? 10. Shout out to 10. Shout out to Reed Stark too. He's hitting me up right now. Maybe he wants to play Kendama.
10-10.
10-10 2-10. Oh, he says he's gonna kick it and jam Dama. Pull up.
What happened with weed killing Chris? I stopped smoking for a month, and then I started smoking again.
And then you got back in the game.
I just got like really sick. I don't know.
He got ligma.
This fool said, nah, they be busting on Tinder for real, for real.
I feel like Tinder's probably just a fucking escort trap now, right?
Why are...
I think most of
It
them.
has to be.
Yeah,
You think?
That's the new scheme. That's where Hakeem met that girl.
If I was single, I would be so worried about getting like robbed or like scammed or some shit.
Yeah.
I be feeling that way sometimes about Postmates sometimes. You get, like I've had like you get a Postmate or whatever it is, and then it be like a girl, and they knock on the door and you open it, it's a dude, and you're like,
Oh,
what the
yeah.
fuck? You know, like I'm not expecting this person to come to my door. Well, you're bringing my food.
Yeah,
to me, but it's
that
still
happened to
like-
me the other day too. It was these two chicks, and when we called, it was a fucking dude. And then I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking, think about what this probably is. This dude is probably like taking a girl that like doesn't have good credit or like can't sign up, doesn't have her own car, whatever. Like her situation's kind of fucked up, and then he basically has her like working for him doing Uber, or like, you know, imagine if he was sort of like just forcing her to do it, that kind of thing. Like, I don't know. My mind went to the like negative version of it, of course, but I don't know. That
Maybe,
definitely
like,
could be
the person
happening.
just didn't have a phone or
How
something
long
like that.
it says, how long have you known Chris?
How long have I known Chris? I hate this is such a boring question, but
I don't
since
know.
he
It
was,
was like
we were like
2000
19 or 20, so probably about 15 years. I was living in, actually no, I was like 21, 22, because I was living in Astoria.
Yeah, Astoria is where you were.
I had a trampoline on the roof, and he slept on the trampoline, and he woke up with a sunburn.
And all he did was sit in front of like 4 computer screens and play poker.
Yeah.
That's all he did.
No life. And I would just search for girls on MySpace and just get random ass girls to take the train to my apartment to fuck. And it worked a little bit. Like I was fucking, but not a lot, not that much.
Yeah.
But I was trying.
MySpace.
MySpace. And I was just
MySpace was it.
just the most bootleg chicks, because I had no game, no nothing. I was so sad when I think about it now. I had nothing going on at that time. I was just playing poker in my room.
Yeah.
Jugs of piss.
Yeah.
Jugs of
You want
piss,
to go to the
dude.
bathroom?
No the bathroom work, no shower.
Oh no, that was just that one weekend.
That one weekend, but it was like 115 degrees that weekend, and there was no shower, and then there was like, dude, I mean, I did get a sunburn on the fucking roof. I woke up like puking and shit because fucking the sun was killing me in the morning.
We used to fuck girls on that trampoline, bring them home, fuck them on the tramp.
How's
Then I
that
went
work?
in, fucking
Crazy
slept on the kitchen floor, and I opened my
Crazy as
eyes,
hell,
and fucking
Chris.
whatever time it was when I woke up, and there's like a fucking dead mouse like laying right next to my fucking head too. I was like,
A dead mouse.
yeah.
Where was this?
Holy shit.
Adam's apartment in Astoria.
Sounds about right. You know what we used to do is we used to go to the bank, Commerce Bank, and we would steal the pens, they had free pens, and we just took advantage of the policy, and we had this really big box, easily as big as that box over there. It was this massive box, and we had it filled with Commerce Bank pens. Every time we went in there, we would steal at least like 10 pens and then just put them in this box. We had all the different, like, because it was over the years, and they had different styles. The pen kept developing and changing, probably like at least 4 or 5 different versions, and we had them all in this box. And I remember one night, because there was a dentist that lived below me, and I was moving out of this fucking apartment, and I fucking went over to the window and I took this giant box of pens and I finally dragged it over there because I just was trying to figure out what to do with it. I always wanted to do something cool with it. I wanted to dump them in the street and then like throw a Molotov cocktail at it and create a big fire and just have like the streets just running with blue plastic just melting and just running down the street. I always thought that would be kind of cool. But I wanted to do that, but then I was like, no, I don't want to get in trouble or anything. So, but I like took these pens and I'm dumping them out the window, and the dentist, it's making a shitload of noise, obviously. Like, it's just so loud, dumping these pens out. And the fucking dentist comes upstairs and she's hot. She's like fucking 30. She's like banging, and she bangs on my fucking door. I open it. I'm like, what's up? She's like, why are you dumping pens out the window? And I'm like, I'm not dumping pens out the window. She's like, yes, you are. I can see them coming down through my window. I'm like, nah. Just like no good excuse at all. Just completely just deny it. And she's like, well, make it stop. I'm like, whatever. Like, what's it?
Did you stop or did you dump them all?
I think I like dragged like a portion of the box outside after that, and just because we had this like tiny little alley. And it was just, I figured I would just dump the pens, and it's crazy to think those pens are probably still sitting there in that alley.
They're not, but that'd be funny if they were.
It was like an alley that like nobody seems like they'd ever been able to get into. It was so fucking, it was just like this decrepit New York like alley between.
That apartment was fun.
You know what I did with that apartment? Listen to this fucking scam I had going. So we move in, and the rent is $1,400 for that whole fucking place. It's a 3-bedroom, but one of the rooms is kind of big. So we build this like bullshit ass wall, and like we turned it into 4, and it was all 4 of us. Like we all had a room, and we're all like just riding BMX or whatever, and we're just staying there and fucking and scamming and playing poker and whatever else. And fucking then like one person wants to move out, and we realize like we can get more than $350 for this room. So we rented it out for like $600, and that made all our rents go down. Oh, yeah. And then somebody else, one of our other homies moved out, and we rented that out, and we charged them $600 too. And then that meant that me and the other dude were like barely paying rent at this point. And then the other dude moved out, and then I was charging everybody. So I'm like living for free and making money every month on renting out. And I'm charging them more. I'm like charging them more because the landlord had like never been there. He's this blind guy that lived on Long Island. And he didn't have like a property manager or anything. He just dealt like directly with me, and I paid him on time. So it was all good. And then I actually moved out with my girlfriend and then rented out the other room too. And then I was basically acting like I was the landlord and renting out all 4 rooms to 4 different people.
That's fire. I never knew that.
I was making like $2,000, like over $2,000 a month off just renting out this, but then I was like paying for my apartment as well. Yeah. But you know, I was kind of feeling myself like, wow, that little scam going on.
All right. So I remember that you had that other apartment too with your girl.
Yeah, I remember that was the other spot.
We weren't there that long. I don't think we went to that one many times.
You know how I actually fucked up this scam is because my phone stopped working for like a weekend, and for some reason the landlord dude was trying to get in touch with me, and he couldn't get in touch with me. So he basically ended up going to the apartment or like going with someone, and then they went there, realized like that these people, they basically kind of realized what was going on. So I just sort of like ghosted on the dude and just like kept everybody's security deposit. Just just scammed everybody. And the landlord, like, fuck him. I just didn't pay him. So I like made like another couple thousand like then at the end by just fucking sort of ghosting on everybody.
That's tight. I back that 100%.
I don't really even feel bad about it either. That was fun. I miss when that like was sort of like the kind of thing that I was like down to do, And then after that point, I pretty much had like all legal hustles afterwards. I remember feeling bad because one of the guys just kept calling me over and over and over trying to get security deposit back, and I was just
never gonna answer.
Obviously, I'm just not gonna pick up. You fucking pussy.
You just change your number.
I didn't even bother to do that. I just didn't pick up.
Change my number that day.
Yeah. You can get in legal trouble for that. Yeah, I assume, but I was just doing it anyway. Adam is a bukkake ringleader. That's not true. That black guy wants some chicken so bad right now. You guys are fucked up. We need a filter in place to block some of these comments. Adam scammed a blind man. Yeah, that's definitely true.
Good point.
Yep. Yeah, R.I.P. to Juice WRLD's dad. That's a fact. What else? Hillary Clinton. Hi, guys. It's me. It's called subletting. Super illegal. Yeah. I mean, probably, but whatever,
People do it out here all the time.
You think? I mean, yeah, probably, right?
If you look for apartments out here, you're gonna see sublease.
Yeah, and then that's one thing I realized with all my employees too is that I'm always suspicious that my employees are just hiring other people to do their work for them. Chris Long is a master of it.
He's so good at it.
He'll be like, "Oh yeah, like you're a no jumper intern," and then I'll just realize that there's like an intern, but it's not through me; it's through Chris.
It's just Yuri now, really.
Yeah, what am I gonna say? I don't fucking care. I mean,
and Yuri does good work. Well, he's working his way back in here anyway.
yeah, Yuri really fucking when he deleted that Valet podcast, I really shit the bed.
Fucking idiot.
Oh man, I just yeah, but I sometimes like if somebody edits something for me and it doesn't seem like their usual editing, I just wonder. I'm like, did they like find some kid on Fiverr to edit this for them? You know? I wouldn't put it past them. Or they got like some little homie and they're getting paid fucking whatever. If they get paid $300 and they know somebody that's down to do it for $50,
There you go.
you know, I'm not putting it past anybody. I believe everybody's doing that. They're subletting their work. Everybody always ends up getting interns and shit. It's so weird. And then I feel like I'm complicit in that because I like had this insane shitstorm when I basically endorsed. I said that unpaid internships, like if you can get one, like if you want to do it, you should do it. Yeah. And everybody like acted like I was saying that I had all these unpaid interns. And everybody tweaked out on me on Twitter. Got so fucking mad about it. It was like insane.
Adam doesn't have any interns.
I don't have any interns. I don't fuck with people like that. I don't even like it. I don't like having people around.
Yeah. That's not true, but
no. I was just like, I don't know. I don't need some fucking weird kid following me around. And especially, you know, it's just if you get an intern, it's like usually they're just gonna fucking want money at some point, and they're just gonna be trash. Like there's a reason why they're not like fucking trying to get paid.
The thing, yeah, exactly. The thing with interns is like, you gotta find someone that's first that have to be working to actually want to work with you for real. You know what I mean? And then that's the thing about people I find. It's like, I don't know if I can work with you, bro. So we can try it. You know what I mean? But
Test the waters.
just test the waters out. You can try some stuff, but
Can I also just shout out this bamboo liquor that we got in the mail? I don't know anything about this. Like there's a few different people that have mentioned like, oh, I'm gonna send you liquor, and usually they just don't.
you should chug it.
I'll drink.
You should shoe nice it,
Do it.
please.
Have you seen
You look like
Steve?
you probably could take that down. You look like you're the party kid.
Yeah, I would like that.
Have you seen Steve?
Chris
will
took a
do it,
blunt
dude?
away from a hobo. Yeah, because it was my blunt.
Wait, you got head from a hobo? No?
No, I took a blunt away from one.
Oh, I mean, I could see that for sure. Yeah. All right, man. Fuck this shit. This is the end of this. Shout out to everybody. I'll be back next week. Well, no, we're going to keep streaming. I'm just going to stop recording.